Watch carefully who is performing the anointing with oil. Pause for a moment and process that.
And I've actually got some oil in here. I'd love to. Can I anoint you guys with fresh oil? As a Daystar family, come on, singers and band, lay hands on Father God right now. We bless Cade, Lord God. We anoint. We bless Zoe in the name of Jesus.
This is not a trivial scene. It is not just another clip to scroll past or a routine church ritual. Anointing carries deep spiritual significance. It speaks to authority, moral standing, accountability, and credibility. So the question naturally arises: who is carrying out this act, and on what basis do they hold that authority? When you see Josh Brown standing there, applying oil and assuming a role of spiritual leadership, that moment cannot be separated from the broader context: what has been alleged, what has been denied, and what remains unresolved. This is where discomfort begins, and arguably where it should begin. 'Cause this situation is not built on vague rumors alone. It involves serious allegations.
Well, we've got just a short time left, and we're going to do something different. We've never done this before. Miss Phyllis, one of our great cameramen, I'd love it if, camera woman, if you could come up here. Kendra, Stephen, Davon, we would love to pray for you guys, because you've been ministering to all of our Daystar family, but you're about to, this is day one of your new season. And at Daystar, as you know, we believe in the power of prayer. We know that God has called you both, God has anointed you both, God has appointed you both, and this is just going to be the beginning of something great. So let's stand up, and I've actually got some oil in here. I'd love to. Can I anoint you guys with fresh oil? As a Daystar family, come on, singers and band, lay hands on.
Surrounded by unresolved allegations, occupy a position of spiritual authority? Should he continue to appear publicly, host programs, and present himself as a trusted voice? And more pointedly, should he be laying hands on others? Because anointing is not merely symbolic or performative. It is not a branding exercise or media content. It is intended to signify divine approval working through a vessel. Which leads to the central question: is Josh Brown that vessel? Before reacting defensively or dismissively, it is necessary to remain grounded in facts. Josh Brown has denied all accusations, maintaining his innocence and describing the backlash as severe, including claims of threats and harassment. However, denial alone does not restore trust, does not replace transparency, and it does not fulfill the requirements of accountability. This is where frustration intensifies. Observers are not seeing a withdrawal from public roles, nor a period of reflection or structured accountability. Instead, they see continued visibility, ongoing hosting, ongoing influence, ongoing ministry activity, and now participation in anointing others. For many, this is a critical boundary. The ministry is not expected to proceed as though serious concerns are inconsequential. Yet that is the perception being formed. Another dimension must also be considered. What about those receiving the anointing? This issue extends beyond Josh Brown. It includes those who stood in that moment, accepted the act, and participated without apparent hesitation. Did they critically assess the situation? Did they consider who was placing hands on them? Or was the act accepted without question due to status, platform, or social pressure?
Well, we've got just a short time left, and we're going to do something different. We've never done this before. Miss Phyllis, one of our great cameramen, I'd love it if, camera woman, if you could come up here. Kendra, Stephen, Davon, we would love to pray for you guys, because you've been ministering to all of our Daystar family, but you're about to, this is day one of your new season. And at Daystar, as you know, we believe in the power of prayer. We know that God has called you both, God has anointed you both, God has appointed you both, and this is just going to be the beginning of something great. So let's stand up, and I've actually got some oil in here. I'd love to. Can I anoint you guys with fresh oil? As a Daystar family, come on, singers and band, lay hands on.
This pattern is what erodes confidence. Suggests, intentionally or not, that position is being prioritized over accountability, visibility over clarity, and influence over integrity. That perception is consequential, particularly within a space that claims to represent truth and moral authority. Looking deeper, the issue may not be confined to one individual. raises questions about the system itself. A system in which individuals can retain influence despite unresolved concerns. A system where questioning is discouraged and loyalty is emphasized. A system where presentation may take precedence over full disclosure. This is where scrutiny intensifies. People are asking, why is transparency limited? Why is there no independent accountability? Why does the situation appear managed rather than openly addressed? And fundamentally, why does it seem that nothing has changed? When visible change is absent, trust declines. And when trust erodes in a ministry context, the consequences extend beyond individuals. It affects belief, perception, and institutional credibility. Returning again to the opening observation, notice who is performing the anointing. It is no longer a simple remark. It becomes an analytical prompt, a call to evaluate, to question, and to avoid uncritical acceptance. This is not inherently about targeting an individual. It is about the expectation of integrity in positions of spiritual authority. It is about ensuring that responsibility aligns with influence. And until there is clear accountability and transparency, such moments will continue to provoke the same underlying question. Is this appropriate? Because when unresolved concerns
well, we've got just a short time left, and we're going to do something different. We've never done this before. Miss Phyllis, one of our great cameramen, I'd love it if, camera woman, if you could come up